Welcome back to Perks Recap Podcast. Once again with Al. It is time to preview Week 8 in the NFL season. We're almost pretty much at the halfway point already. Crazy that we're already here. But anyway, Al, how are you? And are you ready for the Week 8?
Darn right, my man. Darn right. We are in the first of the Buy-Mageddons, by the way.
Oh, yes, there's a lot, right?
Yeah, 6 teams on a bye, because for some reason the NFL, in their wisdom, had 2 teams on bye the last 2 weeks, and now 6 this week.
Who do we have?
So we got Arizona Cardinals, Detroit Lions, Jacksonville Jaguars, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks. Lots of good teams on byes this week, and a couple crappy ones.
Did you say Los Angeles Raiders?
No, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, okay.
I might have said it wrong. It is possible. I wrote it right. Doesn't mean I said it wrong.
So
It doesn't mean I said it right.
Arizona, Detroit, Jacksonville, Vegas, the Rams, and who?
Seattle.
Seattle. I like to write those down every week. All right. I did mention at the end of the last podcast, I would just let you know about the penalties from last week. 14.1 average. Coming off of a week that was pretty good, where we only averaged 12. But before that was 16. So it seems just about 14 is where we've landed now with the NFL every week.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair.
And that's a tad too much for me.
Agreed. I'm with you 100%. All right, man. Ready to dive in?
Yeah, right off the bat, we have a tough one.
Yeah, agreed. So, okay. So we have Thursday night. We have the Vikings at the Chargers, and I have not seen we've been on the cusp of J.J. McCarthy's return for a while now, and I haven't seen any updates. Have you?
I have not.
I'll try and find one while you take it then.
Well.
Oh, real quick, Craig. Sorry.
Good.
There's an official announcement. Carson Wentz is playing on Thursday. So just so we have that in mind.
All right. This is 2 teams that I think are pretty good, but are not playing very well. Either one of them.
Yeah, good. Well put.
And I tend to side with the home team when I'm split, but I still, even with Wentz, I feel a little better about Minnesota than I do about the Chargers, even at home. This is a tough one, man. I initially wrote Minnesota, but I think I might be changing to the Chargers with Wentz starting now. And I don't want to caveat it. You know what? I'm going to go with the Chargers. I initially said Minnesota. I'm going to change it. I'm going to go to the Chargers 24-23.
Right on. And where did Joe land on this one?
Let's see. Call it up here. Oh, Joe also has the Chargers 28-23.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with both of you guys. This is just a case of home team, and listen, Wentz is the big factor for me. Although, listen, I don't feel that much better about J.J. McCarthy yet with just such a lack of information. But I do know what Carson Wentz is. He's capable of putting up big numbers, but is always does something boneheaded like he did against the Eagles, throwing a pick 6 last week. So I'm going to take the Chargers, not feel awesome about it because they are in their own little spiral, but I'm going to take them because they're the home team and because of Wentz. Chargers 29-20.
29-20. All right.
Okay. Moving on. We know London games this week. So we have the 1 o'clock slate.
Yeah, by the way, I think we're done with the international games. If if I recall correctly, at the end of the last international game. I think they said that was the last one.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure Shad Khan will try and work another one out before the end of the season, but I think that's probably he won't get what he wants there. So, all right, 1:00ers starting off with the Dolphins at the Falcons.
Well, we were talking about the possibility and probability, really, of Miami being the worst team in the league. And
Yeah.
they're on the road in this one, so I don't see any scenario how you could take them to win this game. So I have Atlanta winning this pretty handily, 26-13.
Right on, man. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let you give Joe first. Sorry.
Yeah, Joe's also on the same page, 28-17.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any way. I'm not picking the Dolphins on the road against probably anybody except maybe the Jets. And the Falcons have been really good at times and really bad at times, including a 30-0 dusting by the Panthers that I still don't completely understand, even though the Panthers are a lot better than we thought. That's still mind blowing. I'm taking the Falcons at home though, easily in this one, 26-16.
Yeah, we're all right in the same range here.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much of like mind in that one. Okay, moving on. And when was the last time you remember, Craig, a 1-5 team being a 7-point favorite against a 4-3 team?
Well, I don't remember it, but no other time was a potential MVP back on the field for the team that's 1-5.
That is correct. And you read the tea leaves there. It is the Bears at the Ravens.
Yep. And the Ravens should be getting Lamar Jackson back. That is what the expectation, and that's why they are such a big favorite. They are at home. I actually do think they're going to get it done, even though Chicago, by the way, has won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
They've won 4 in a row. I'm still the Ravens at their defense is still straight Duke. It's like it's terrible. It is.
I love it. You're right. It's just funny the way you put it, and I love it.
It is. But their offense should at least be able to help that out a little bit. Keeping the ball, things like that. Lamar extending drives, and as long as he's Lamar and not limited, I'm going to pick them to win this game, and a nice comeback for him. I don't think they're going to come all the way back, but if anybody can do it, it's Lamar. And I don't think your schedule is too terrible because somebody already mentioned this. Is there a chance that they can go on a run and get back in the playoff hunt? And the consensus was yes. So we'll see about that. But for this one game at home, his return, 27-22 Baltimore.
Right on. Listen, I agree with a lot of what you said. I mean, here's the thing though, and you also said this, and I'm agreeing. They are no lock to win with Lamar Jackson, and they are 1-3 with Lamar when Lamar played this year. 1-3.
Yes.
And like you said, and I love the word, their defense is dookie. So I don't know what the comeback and getting back into contention to me is solely based on how crappy their division is. I mean, the mysterious Steelers lead that division right now and feel like the shakiest division leader in all football to me. So in order for that to happen, their defense is going to have to do what you were saying about the Cowboys. It's going to have to at least get out of one of the worst in football into like just being a bottom third defense,
Right.
So we'll see. Can that happen? Sure. They've been a very good defense for a long time overall in that town. So it's surprising to see them playing so poorly. And I certainly think they can be better than they were, if not great. So all that being said, I'm going to take them too. And listen, maybe I'm discounting the Chicago, but they just don't feel awesome, even though they have won 4 games in a row. So I'm going to go Baltimore, and very close to your score, actually, 27-23.
Oh, 1 point off.
Yeah.
And Joe disagrees with us. He's going Chicago.
All right.
27-17.
And I understand that pick, and he got burnt by picking the Saints against them last week, so maybe he's doubling down on Chicago this week because of it, and maybe he's right. I don't know what to make of this game.
By the way, my upset pick is Chicago.
Okay. Love it. Absolutely makes sense.
Yep.
All right, man. Moving on. This game just got a lot easier to figure out after the way these two teams played last week. The Jets at the Bengals.
Yeah. With the way Flacco played last week, I can't expect him to have a really down, rough game against the Jets at home. The 0-7 Jets. I heard a funny joke. The Jets have this new guy on their team. His name is Owen, but he keeps changing his last name every week.
0-7, 0-6. That's great.
0-4, 0-5, 0-6.
Oh, man, that's great, man. That's good. I hadn't heard that, but that's awesome. I love it.
I love it. Yeah, it's fantastic. I think his final game might be 0-17.
Yeah, it's very possible, my man. I love it. I love it.
All right. So with that being said, again, Cincinnati's not out of it yet. They're trying to just keep their head above water, for hopefully a nice final stretch from Burrow, but we'll have to see. But I don't see them getting tripped up here. If they had Browning, I might be picking the Jets, or at least make it, it'd really give me pause. But the way Flacco played was so impressive, and I know he's definitely can, come back and do the exact opposite this week, because that's kind of what he's been in his old age here. But I'm going Cincinnati 20-13, and Joe is also going Cincinnati with a big score of 38-24. I don't know how the Jets are going to score points. I gave them 13. I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to get to that, and he's got them with 24. I don't know how they're going to score points. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they are offensively challenged, and I am going kind of in between half of Joe's logic. I'm going big on Cincinnati's end, but small on the Jets end. 31-7 Cincinnati.
Wow, that's a big score. Yep.
Yeah, the Jets are awful, and I don't see any hope for improving either. And it sounds like they're going to bench Fields and start Tyrod Taylor, and I don't think it matters.
Well, not judging by last week, Tyrod Taylor's been okay at times in his career, but last week he was terrible.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, that's why I give Fields credit for playing reasonably well for this team this year. Like I said, I mean, you put Joe Montana in his prime back there, he's not going to do that well with the way they're being coached, the personnel, and every other factor on that team this year. There is no chance to succeed at that position for that team this year. So that's why I say it doesn't matter. I mean, respect to Tyrod for being a solid career backup, a very solid career backup, and I still think Fields has potential, but it's not happening for anybody on this team this year.
We are in El Cipicado, my friend.
My man. All right, cool. Now, this is a very interesting game this week, and that is the Buffalo Bills at Carolina.
All right. Well, Buffalo coming off the bye. That's the other thing, too, about Baltimore. They're coming off the bye. But anyway.
Yes.
I respect what Carolina's done. I had high hopes for them. I don't think they're going to get as high as I had the hopes for them, but they're definitely better. But Bryce Young now is out. I like Andy Dalton, and you said that you're not sure how much they lose there. They probably don't lose much. But it's still their starting quarterback is down. I'm going to go Buffalo to come back off of the bye, refreshed, ready to go, and start piling on some wins here and get where they need to be. So I'm going to go Buffalo 30-24 over Carolina, a Carolina team that will be in the game, but come up short. Joe also has Buffalo a little bigger, 34-20.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Now, listen, if Carolina wants to open eyes, win this game, because now they went from a very pleasant surprise. I don't know how much everybody's buying into them, but it's definitely a very pleasant surprise so far they become a contender if they beat this Buffalo team. So, but I'm not picking it. I'm picking Buffalo also, and I'm picking them 27-23, giving respect to Carolina, but thinking Buffalo will pull it off.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and man, and with Carolina can change a lot of people's minds and just even be heading towards where you picked them for sure if they win this game, my man. This is huge for them.
Yes, it really is.
All right, moving on. We have the 49ers who just can't be stopped no matter how many people can't play at the Houston Texans.
Well, the disappointing Houston Texans.
Indeed.
Every time you get behind them, they crap the bed. That offensive line is terrible. It makes Stroud look bad. With a decent defense, decent to very good defense, actually, in my opinion. Even at home, though, San Francisco is overachieving and they're underachieving. The Texans are. And I'm going to go San Francisco to continue the good vibes, and Houston to continue doing what they do, which is just sputter along. This is what they do. But I have a low scoring game because I think Houston's not going to be able to score much with Stroud, and I do like their defense a lot, especially San Francisco with their injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go San Francisco 19-16.
I can definitely see that.
So a low scoring game. Joe has a low scoring game as well, but he's actually going Houston.
Okay.
And a 3-point game as well, 23-20.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Niners. I don't like anything I've seen from the Texans other than their defense is solid for sure and capable of being spectacular. But that offense is just so just putrid. It's absolutely awful. So I am taking the Niners on the road. I'm going 23-17. And just so our listeners know, if they haven't looked it up themselves, Brock Purdy still probably not going to play this week. The turf toe thing is worse than they thought, and he could be out for another couple weeks.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And the fact that Mac Jones has been solid in relief, I'm sure, is giving them a big sigh of relief.
Yeah, because he's been solid.
He has. He has possibly earned the right to a quarterback battle next year on another team.
I could see that. Yes, he's played that well.
I'm with you, man. It's the last couple of years have just been, it's like been 3 or 4 years of now of reclamation project quarterbacks, former first round guys making good, from starting with Baker, Geno Smith, who's fallen back off, but still had his run in Seattle.
Sam Darnold. Now you got Mac Jones. I mean, it's just pretty cool to see. I love a nice reclamation story, unless it's, unless it's Jim Plunkett against my Eagles in 1980. Wow, that's a throwback.
That's a throwback, baby, but I'll never forget.
I remember Jim Plunkett.
That is the first NFL game I remember watching on television. I was at the Eagles Stadium earlier that year with my dad, and I remember that, and I remember watching that Super Bowl. And it, for a long time, it felt like that's what life as an Eagle fan was going to be, and it was for about 30 years.
Yep.
All right, moving on. So now we have the Cleveland Browns at New England.
Cleveland Browns at New England. I think this is another situation with, the Jets and some other teams, Miami. You just can't pick them. And I can't see any scenario where New England doesn't win this game, even with Cleveland coming off a decent, a surprising game. New England has been really, really impressive. We talked about it during the review show. I don't see them coming back home to play a home game against the Browns and losing. I just don't see it. I have them winning pretty handily, 24-14, and Joe right next to me, 24-13.
Okay. Well, not quite right in a row, but not far off. I have New England 24-16.
We all called 24 for New England.
Isn't that funny, man? That's funny. That is funny.
I love when that happens.
I do too, man. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, and by the way, New England wins this game, and they're sitting at 6-2.
Yeah. Yep. And we're expecting them to win that. So that means we're expecting New England to be 6-2.
How about that? Yep, and good on them because I did not see it coming, even with their cake schedule, which I should have given a little more credence to. They are a better team than I thought they would be.
That's the thing is a lot of people think that their schedule is going to really help them possibly get in because it is like the easiest in the league, I think.
We looked at it last week, and there's only one team that had a winning record the rest of the season.
That's right. Yep.
So, when we're halfway through or something, at some point we'll do something where we look at playoff contenders and their records. I know we did that last season, and that was fun. So maybe week 9 or 10, maybe we think about doing that. But, it's going to be interesting because they have to have the easiest schedule of any team over 500, I would think.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Okay.
All right. Moving on, the last of the 1 o'clockers, and this is a fascinating game. The Giants at the Eagles, and the Giants just laid an ass whooping on them 2 weeks ago, a week and a half, a little over a week ago.
Yeah, it was surprising. Whatever it was, a week and a half ago. Just in terms of the fact that it seemed like they were out physical the Eagles a little bit.
Yeah, it was shocking all the way around.
All the way around, very shocking. No one picked it. Obviously, no one saw it coming. But then, and they did, they come back and lose to a Denver team that also beat the Eagles, right?
Yep.
In Denver. So, and they, showed themselves well, should have won the game. Obviously, they were up so big. They broke a record that they had, Denver had to break a streak of 1,600 games to win that game. So, I mean, Giants were definitely in position to win. I apologize. I just got a call. I don't know if you,
I got to call at the exact same time, Craig. That's hilarious.
Oh, really? Well, anyway, yep. I was saying, I got another call. This guy, I don't know who this is. I need to stop. I apologize.
No worries, my man.
Anyway, I was saying the Giants were in position to win that game. So I think it'll be close, but I think the Eagles want the revenge game, the revenge factor, and now they're at home. I'm going to go Eagles 28-23. And I'm going to, and Joe agrees, and he's going Eagles 30-21. I will say, with how good they're playing and how much how well they played a couple weeks ago against the Eagles, I would not be surprised if the Giants somehow pull it off, but I don't expect it. I would be more surprised if they did. So I have the Eagles 28-23.
Right on. Yeah, it's funny because I'll give you the score first. I have the Eagles 28-24. But yeah, no, listen, we'd all be crazy to be shocked if the Giants won. They just beat them by 17 points a week and a half ago. So, but the Eagles looked like an entirely different team last week than they had the previous two. They looked like the team we expected to see, or at least I expected to see coming into the season for the first time all year. So I'm excited about them now. I can't wait to see how they handle the Giants. With all that being said, can't wait to see what happens.
I don't want to see them go back.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say, man.
Yeah, I don't want Hurts to throw 24 times for 130 yards.
No, I'm with you. This game is to prove whether last week was real or not. And I think it could be, but it's hard to say. So, let's see what happens. But I feel good enough about it to pick them. They're at home, so that's a big factor. But every Eagle fan is watching this one with a lot of anxiousness and wondering because this game's going to prove a lot about where they are right now.
We'll see if that coordinator can get his last name.
Yeah, man. We're right on the cusp now.
Kevin.
Yes, it's Kevin. Kevin. And right now he's either the Eagles offensive coordinator or the guy from Home Alone.
Kevin.
Oh man.
Call him Macaulay Culkin until he gets his full name.
That's right. And I'm going to start heating up doorknobs if they have another bad week.
Something that was really crazy violent, like where you had a blowtorch on the door that time.
Oh, dude. I mean, Joe Pesci takes a beating in that movie. And David Stern, what's his name? Daniel Stern? Yeah. Not David Stern. That's the old NBA commissioner.
Yes.
But yeah, that movie's crazy, man. It's like a Looney Tunes, but with real people.
Yeah. I mean, and dangerous stuff was in there. Like, he could have really, those guys could have really got hurt. When the guy stepped on the nail on the stair, what if he went all the way down and it went through his foot?
Dude, I mean, that movie still makes me laugh when I watch it really, really hard. And a lot of it's because of that crazy physical violence. I love it. All right, man. Moving on to the 4-o'clockers. We have Tampa Bay trying to come back from a tough one last week at New Orleans.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about this one. Tampa Bay, I think, gets back on the horse, even if they just have him, Mbuka. As long as he's there, he's been proving himself all year. He's been great.
Yeah.
And I think Tampa gets back on the horse here and rights the ship a little bit. And I expect them to win handily 31-16, even though it's on the road. And Joe, a little closer for Joe, 20-10. But he still has Tampa Bay winning.
Okay. Well, and another fun with numbers thing between you and me, Craig. You had 31-16. I have 30-17 Tampa Bay.
Wow, that's crazy how close we've been.
That's wild. It really is. It really is. It's a shame, we can't take our act on the road as carnies. Oh, I love it. All right. I don't have anything to add on that one. That's pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah, it is for me as well. That's a shocker if New Orleans pulls it off. Oh, wait. Joe it wouldn't be a shocker to him. He has New Orleans as his upset pick.
Right on, man. Right on. Hey, listen, I think Joe is keen on the New Orleans has looked pretty good for about 3 weeks there. So, and he's riding that, and I get it. It's not crazy to me that he's doing that at all. But I wouldn't pick it myself, but I get where he's coming from. I do.
Yeah, I agree. I would not. So I shouldn't say shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if they do it, but I'd be surprised at least.
I'm with you there. I agree with that particular adjective. I love it, man. Awesome. All right. Moving on. And the train keeps on rolling in Indy, I think. Tell me what you think. Tennessee at Indianapolis.
I mean, this is kind of like the last game. This is cut and dry. I don't see any scenario or anybody being able to pick Tennessee to win this game on the field. This is the Colts. I think this is the Colts handily. They've been scoring their offense is either number 1 or number 2 in the league. And they are right there. I don't expect anything to stop them. 30-13 I have. Joe has 34-20. This is, like you said with the last one, cut and dry to me. Colts, no doubter, for sure.
I love it, man. And you're not going to believe this one, Craig. You picked 30-13 Indy. I picked 31-12.
What is going on?
I'm telling you, man. Somewhere there's a winning lottery number in this or something. You know what I mean?
There's got to be.
I love it. That's unbelievable. That's a big point differential to get that only 1 point off in each direction. That's priceless, man.
Yeah, and we've done this like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. That's a trip, dude. There's got to be a way to turn this into money for us somehow. Oh, I love it, man. All right. Well, moving on from that one, I mean, and Indy, just the story of the season so far is just they ought to be 7-1 when this week's over. How about that? Crazy. All right. And the most intriguing game possibly so far of all of them, and that is the last 4-o'clocker, and that is your Cowboys at Denver.
Well, Dallas has to score 30 to win. Denver's defense is pretty damn good. I don't know if they can do it. Can they win without scoring 30? I don't know, because I think Denver is going to score 30 unless their defense plays a little better. I think last week against the Commanders, even though they were down the receivers and stuff, not a true representation. They seem to play a little better. It seemed maybe slightly, but not significant enough that I don't think Denver's going to be able to score. And Denver's at home. Man, I can't pick. I want to pick Dallas. I can't do it though. I think Denver's going to win 31-27. But if Dallas does pull this off, then I have some renewed hope. Like,
As you should.
even more renewed hope. I don't think they could do it, but I don't think they're going to get blown out. And I'm very curious to see how much they can score on this Denver defense, with the number one offense in the league. We'll see what gives, but I don't know. I'm more concerned about their defense stopping Denver, and I think that might be a problem. But we'll see. That's why they play. Joe believes. Joe's got Dallas winning 34-31.
Okay. And listen, if Dallas was at home, I would have picked them too. This game came down to who the home team is for me. I am picking Denver, and check this out, Craig. You were 31-27. I'm 31-28.
Come on!
Can you believe that? Unfreaking believable.
This is crazy.
Unbelievable.
We all have close games though, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
No, this is a fascinating game. I don't know. Listen, this Denver defense was one of the best in football for a while, but they just gave up 32 points to the Giants last week. So, it's very possible Dallas goes and lays 40 on them because they've been so good this year, but I'm not going to pick it at home for Denver.
Well, and here's another thing too, is it appears that Dallas, like 2 years ago, they were undefeated at home. They had that 16-game home winning streak or whatever.
Yeah.
And then last year they couldn't win at home. They were
right.
They lost almost all their games at home. Well, this year they're back to winning at home.
Okay.
So on the road, they're not quite the same. They seem to struggle a little bit on the road. So we'll see. But just want to put that out there. It seems like they are a home team this year, winning at home way more than they win on the road.
Yeah, no, good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, yeah, I'm taking Denver 31-28, but Dallas is my upset pick.
Oh, okay. Very good.
All right. Now, moving on to the Sunday Nighter. This is a very interesting game, and that is Green Bay at Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, Green Bay is 4-1-1, and I'm not a big fan of Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And I always say their demise, but they are at home. And Green Bay, while 4-1-1, has not been all that impressive. And last week, their numbers were pedestrian across the board.
Yeah.
So I'm going Pittsburgh in a horrible to watch game with very little scoring. 17-12.
Oh, I love it.
And another factor for me for Pittsburgh is Aaron Rodgers is a jerk, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins pulls this one out.
I love it. That's
his home, his return back to Green Bay. So
I love it. That's awesome. Where did Joe land?
Oh, I'm sorry. He also has Pittsburgh, much closer, much bigger score, 30-28.
Okay. All right. Well, I understand all of that. I wanted to pick Pittsburgh to win, thought that I should, so I'm picking Green Bay. I'm going back to my anti-myself Pittsburgh theory. I can't figure this team out to save my life. I don't feel real. I think Green Bay is an unimpressive 4-1-1. Pittsburgh is an unimpressive 4-2. I'm going to take Green Bay because I just think they're a slightly better team overall, but I really have no clue. Aaron Rodgers could act like he's 27 years old and throw for 5 touchdowns in this game, and nothing would surprise me. So, but I am going bigger score, closer to Joe this time, 33-28 Green Bay.
33-28 Green Bay. I think that's the first difference we've had.
I think you're right.
30.
Joe had a couple that were different.
Yep, me and you, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
33-28. I do want to mention for the Cowboys that, yes, all 3 of their losses are on the road this year.
Okay, nice.
They do have a road win, but it was against the Jets.
Yeah, fair enough. That's awesome. Okay, moving on to the last game of the week, the Monday Nighter, and this is the Jaden Daniel-less Washington Commanders at the Chiefs.
Well, we said that Kansas City's back, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying they're back. I don't want them to be back, but no Jaden Daniels is not much of you don't have to think long and hard about this one.
Yeah.
This is Kansas City all the way, and I have it 35-18. It might not even be that close.
Right on.
Joe has 30-24 somehow.
Okay. Yeah. I'm closer to you than Joe, not quite as close as some of our picks this week, but not too far off. I have the Chiefs 34-20.
Right. Without Jaden Daniels, I don't see how you could pick Washington.
No, and even if Jaden Daniels was playing, it would be an easy Chiefs pick for me, but This makes it even easier.
Yeah, they're at home.
They're playing well. The Commanders are not playing well. I don't know the status of the receivers. I mean, McLaurin's missed weeks now.
Yep.
I'm not touching that Commanders team until there's some semblance of healthy, and even then I'm doing it with trepidation.
Yeah. All right. Well, I believe that is all the games. Short week.
We did it, man. We did it. We flew through that given the short week, huh?
Absolutely. Upset picks with mine was Chicago. Yours was Dallas. Joe's was New Orleans. We'll see if any of those pan out next week.
Love it.
Do you want to do this? Top 5.
Our new power ranking segment. I love it.
Power ranking segment.
Now, how do you want to do it? You want to go 5-1 with going back and forth?
5-1 back and forth will, I think, make it more fun.
Love it. Okay, I'm with you 100%.
And I'll let you lead it off.
Okay. Well, now, I had 4 teams. I had to whittle 10 teams down to 5 that I thought deserved at least consideration for the top 5 power rankings.
Yeah, I had 8. I had 8 teams.
Okay. And then I had to whittle 4 of those into number 5. And I wasn't sure until we finished the other episode. I wasn't sure where I was going to go. I am going to take the Seattle Seahawks as the number 5 team in my power rankings.
Yeah, and they were one of the 8 that did not make it.
Right on, and I understand them not making it too. Who do you have at number 5? And then we can talk about why we did it.
I have the LA Rams.
And they are one of the teams. Never mind. Keep going. I was going to say something that didn't apply, and I'll shut up right there. Yes. Okay. So go ahead on the Rams.
You know, they're a little up and down for me, but as long as Stafford is healthy, they can beat anybody in the league. I believe that. And I still have high hopes for them for the year as it goes on. Interestingly enough, Joe doesn't have them in his rankings at all. He agrees with you, and he has Seattle number 5.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
All right.
Very interesting. All right. Yeah, I'm going to throw this out there now because it's a big reason why the teams that I have where they are where they are. Because I tried to come up with something concrete to differentiate between these teams. And I still didn't go with it 100%, as you'll see later. But one of the big factors I used is how many teams over 500 did the teams that I was considering beat.
Okay.
And Seattle beat two. They beat the Steelers and the Jaguars, and that was better than some of the ones I left off. So that's going to be a recurring theme as we go through it for me.
Oh, you're not going to like my number one then. But anyway.
Oh, I love it already. Okay.
But these are fluid. We can change, we'll change them week to week.
Right on. So, okay. Do you want to do your number 4 first?
Sure. My number 4 is your team.
Okay, right on. And that's totally, absolutely freaking valid and fair.
Yeah, my number 4 is the Eagles. Loved what I saw from them. Not as a Cowboys fan, but just as as a football, I guess, analyzer and whatever I am.
Yeah. I love it.
Fan, watcher, whatever. Independently thinking, not with my fandom at all. The Eagles look great. That's exactly what you wanted from them. And I just want to see it, with some consistency, which I'm sure every Eagles fan would agree with. As long as they don't go back to what they, were doing before that. And I got to say, I do think there is a chance that might happen.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance, but we all in Philly, the ones that are rooting for it I need to see it too. So I completely understand what you said and agree with it 100%.
Right. And that is the only reason why they're 4 and not higher.
Right on. And that's totally understandable. It really is. I wasn't sure where they were going to land in mine until I did it, and we'll get to that soon enough. But do you want to go Joe first?
He's with me, Philly.
Okay. Right on. Absolutely fair. Now, this is where I have the Rams. I had Seattle 5. I have the Rams 4.
Yep.
And the Rams, in my seeing what the team's records are over 500, they beat the Colts and the Jaguars. So they have two wins over 500 teams, just like Seattle. I just like them a little better than Seattle right now.
Yep, that's all fair.
Right on. All right. Well, moving to number 3, I'll go first this time because it ties into what you guys did. I took the Eagles at number 3. Now, here's the funny thing. Even though I decided to go with a factor of this 500 and over team, you know who has the most wins over 500 teams so far, Craig?
Is it the Eagles?
It certainly is, and that's 3. They have everybody else on my list either has 2. Everybody else on my list has 2. I eliminated the Packers because they only have 1. That's why they didn't make my top 5. The Eagles are the only team on the list that has 3, and they are over the Bucks, the Chiefs, and the Rams. Now, if you didn't watch the Eagles this year and you just read that stat, they should probably be at number 1. But we have seen them play, and I can't put them higher than number 3 because of that.
Right. Yep. That Giants game was crazy, too.
Yeah, the Giants game was crazy. The collapse the Giants made everybody forget a little bit the collapse the Eagles had against the Broncos, but the Eagles were up 17-3 in their own right. Not 19-0, not 28-8, but they were up 17-3, and they collapsed big. And that was the previous 2 games before looking awesome against the Vikings. So the best I could do was put them at 3.
That's a cautionary tale for Dallas fans. If you go up big against Denver, keep the pressure on because they'll come back.
Yeah, if you score 40, go for 50 because they do not give up in Denver.
No. All right, number 3.
So yeah, that was my number 3 with the Eagles. So who do you and Joe have?
Well, my number 3 is Detroit.
Right on.
And, we've just been liking what they've been doing the last few weeks. Other than that Kansas City game, they've been on a nice winning streak. They look really good. They look good again this past week. That Kansas City game I think, speaks more about Kansas City than it does Detroit and where they're at. But, yeah, I really like everything going on in Detroit. I'm back on board with them.
Yeah, I love it. I agree 100%. 100%.
Joe has the Colts.
Okay.
The Colts are number 3, but I'm not there yet with them. We'll get to them for me.
Right on. Absolutely. Right there with you. That's a fascinating debate with the Colts, and we'll talk more about that as we go.
All right. So you want to do your number 2, or do you want me to do number 2?
Yeah, you go. I went first with 3, so you go ahead.
All right. Well, just so you know, Joe picked Detroit as his number 2.
Okay, right on. Okay, and who'd you have?
Was number 3. My number 2, just because I don't want them to be number 1, is the Chiefs.
Right on.
I have no other reason than I'm just sick of them and don't want them to be number 1, and that's why they're number 1, but they actually probably should be number 1, but no, they're number 2. Because them. That's why.
Yeah. And the big thing with the Chiefs is they feel like the best team, arguably the best team in football. I could put two other teams I would put in that consideration right now. But I didn't even put them in my top 5 because they're 4-3.
Oh, fantastic.
And they only beat one team over 500 so far, and that is the Lions.
Right.
So even though they felt like they should be there for me, I left them out because of record.
Yeah.
And I also completely understand you having them at number 2.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is how tough this was for me this week because the Chiefs, again, because of record, I left them out. But you could make a really good case. They could be anywhere. To me, I can't put them at number 1, but I could put them anywhere else and be completely happy.
Well, spoiler alert, Joe did.
Right on.
We put them number 1.
Right on. And listen, I do get it. I would disagree pretty vehemently because it's hard. Like, there are legitimately 8 other teams with a better record in the NFL right now. So, but I understand the way they're playing right now. I do.
Right. Like if they're fully back, then they're going to end up with the better record than all those teams probably.
Yes. However, they played 3 awful weeks and 4 good ones. So, tough for me to put them at number 1 overall right now.
Yep. Totally agree.
But I get where Joe's coming from. I do. So yeah. Okay. So wait now. So you had the Chiefs at 2. I have the Lions at 2.
Yep. And Joe had the Lions at 2 and then the Chiefs at 1.
Right on. And I have the Colts at 1.
And so do I.
Right on. I mean, listen, they have beaten 2 teams over 500, the Broncos and the Chargers, which is more than the Chiefs have done. They are 6-1, which is 2 games better than the Chiefs, 1 game better than everybody else I considered, except that however you want to look at the Packers with their weird tie. So, for me, it was an easy decision, and I built it from the Colts on down.
Yeah. I will say, if they stay there all year, I might be a little surprised. But right now, I don't see any other team that's number 1 other than them. They're playing so great. Their defense is not as good as their offense, but it's good enough. And their offense is spectacular.
Yeah, dig it. No, it's the surprise of the season, but it is what it is right now. To me, I approach the power rankings like what it is now, not what I think it'll be. And right now, the Colts deserve to be number 1 to me.
All right, so Joe's power rankings. After week 7 going into week 8, he has Kansas City 1, Detroit 2, Colts 3, Philly 4, Seattle 5. My power rankings are Colts 1, Chiefs 2, Detroit 3, Philadelphia 4, Rams 5, and your power rankings, Al, are.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were going to read it. My bad. I got you.
I probably should have told you. Yeah.
No.
I didn't write your number. I want to write them down, so that's why I'm doing this.
That's awesome. So I have Colts 1, Lions 2, Eagles 3, Rams 4, Seattle 5.
Very interesting how this list will shake up. I'm sure it will.
No doubt. Yeah, I'd be stunned if the Chiefs aren't in my top 5 next week. I mean, you can make a really good case they should be. I just I wanted to penalize them a little bit for their record.
Right. Me too. But that's it. We got our power rankings in. We got our week 8 preview in. All good.
My man, we did it. I love it. And I love that we're doing this. So yeah, we'll keep that going weekly. And I love the new segment.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Anything to add to NFL? Anything else at all?
I don't think so, man. I nothing this week. Other than the fun show at Soul Joel's this week. I'm seeing a great comedian named Paul Verzi on Friday, who's one of my personal favorites. Check him out if you haven't heard of him. He's awesome. But the fun and noteworthy oddity show is that my mom demanded that we must go see this show, so I'm taking my mom to go see Tony Danza. And the night is split between singing. He sings, he plays the ukulele, and then he tells stories.
What?
Yeah, how about that, my man?
Tony Danza.
Tony freaking Danza.
I didn't even know he sang.
Me either, my friend. Apparently he does old standards like Sinatra and the old crooner stuff.
Wow. That's
And apparently
cool.
busts out the ukulele for at least one song.
How old is he now?
I mean, he's got to be in his 70s, man. I don't know. I'm not sure.
If you want to expand, I got to find out his age before we.
Okay, yeah. So Joel is the king of promotion, Soul Joel. I mean, he just finds these fascinatingly odd shows, and he's got Priscilla Presley coming soon from Naked Gun and Elvis fame. I mean, he's got he had Stormy Daniels there this past Tuesday, for crying out loud.
Did he really?
So he will book anybody that anybody wants to see, and he will sell tickets. And he booked and I'm using this word because this is the word the promotion uses. This is not me being politically incorrect. He booked a midget wrestling event for a couple months from now, just the other day.
Yes. I see promotions for that in my area as well. There's one coming pretty close to me as well.
And these guys look hardcore, man. I saw a guy throwing a guy off of his head and on a chair in the corner. So, yeah, I mean, you don't know what you're going to find at Soul Joel's. This weekend, it's Tony Danza singing and telling stories.
What is doing? Is she singing as well?
No, she's telling stories. It's like a Q&A meets a storytelling thing.
Okay, I wonder which face she's going to bring because she's got about 10 of them.
Oh, man, I'm with you 100%.
Her face has seen more knives than a Benihana.
Oh, that's so funny. That is freaking perfect. And, yeah. And, she deserves to have some people show up and do whatever the heck she does just for the nice beaver. I thank you. I just had it stuffed line.
For Naked Gun, she was great in that. I loved her in that.
For the rest of her life, just for that one line.
Yeah. Thanks. Stuff. But yeah, and there's nothing against her at all. To each their own. But she's had a lot of work done to the point where it's, when someone has so much where it's like, wow, like they look a little, they don't look the same, and you could obviously tell, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And she's in that category now.
I'm not a big fan of plastic surgery. People can do what they want, and it's all respect. But there's a point where they just start looking crazy. It's like when Bruce Campbell played the Surgeon General of L.A. in Escape from L.A., which is, and some people start looking like some of those people, which were designed to look freakish.
Yeah, especially if it really needs time to settle in.
Yes.
So if they come out and they're not quite completely healed up, it looks really bad, like real bad. And then kind of it settles in a little bit and they look a little better. But anyway, she actually does have a cameo in the new Naked Gun, by the way.
Oh, nice. Good for them. Good.
Very, very quick. I mean, blink and you miss it. But there's just a scene, and there's like a bunch of people watching on TV what's going on at the end of the movie, and they cut to a family watching it, and then they really quick cut to Priscilla Presley watching it, and then they move on to something else. But she's on there for maybe 2 seconds, but it's clearly her.
I love that they did that. I love when the remakes pay homage to the original, so that's cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all supposed to be the sons of all the characters in the main movie.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I love it.
Although Liam Neeson, being anybody's son, he's like in his 70s as well, isn't he, or close to it?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. No, he started his career as an action movie star well into his 50s.
Right. Yeah. Before that, he was in like Schindler's List and things like that.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Rob Roy.
Right.
I think he was in that. I might have made that up, but I'm pretty sure he was in that.
I like Liam Neeson. I really do.
I do too. He's great, man.
Yeah.
And he has a particular set of skills.
He really does. Oh, well, how old was Leslie Nielsen when he took the role of Frank Drebin on?
Oh, he had to be in the same ballpark. Well, I mean, he was younger probably by a little bit because people looked older than they do now back then. But I would bet he was at least well into his 50s.
Right. So anyway, yeah, he's Frank Drebin Jr. So he's looking up at a picture of Leslie Nielsen and calls him Daddy. So anyway, that's that new movie. By the way, that is on either Paramount or Peacock, one or the other. And yeah, you don't have to buy it or anything. It's just part of the package. I think it's Paramount, to be honest. So if you have Paramount and you like the Naked Guns, they have them all the Leslie Nielsen ones, all 3 or 4 of them, whatever it is, and then the new one.
That's awesome.
And it is great. It is just as silly, and it's a joke a minute. Everything is a joke. There's nothing serious in the movie. It's stupid comedy, but I do stupid comedy.
I'm right there with you. That's right up my alley.
All right, Al. Well, another week down. A few more to go here. Halfway through or so, and we'll continue with these pods, obviously, in the new segment, and that's gonna do it.
My man, perfect. Another great week, and always fun doing it with you.
All right. Until next time, I will see you later.